Hello? 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 Okay. Oh, so I've done, okay. Yes. So, hello. Welcome to the Thursday stream. Please, you could join. If you'd like to speak during the stream, then you can do through messaging me on Skype, and my Skype address is Rebekah Maroon. So you can write to me on there with a question, or you can ask to call in as well. And today's subject is Let me just check. Non-duality. 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 Which I'm pretty sure you've probably heard of. Otherwise you wouldn't be on this stream. Unless you kind of randomly saw it and clicked on it. Which I guess could happen. This could be your first non-duality video ever, like you've ever seen. Maybe you're curious to hear what it's about. What is non-duality? I've never heard of it before. And there are so many people talking about non-duality. There's so many different speakers that will say different things and have different interpretations and different ways of talking about this. So maybe it can be confusing, all the different ways of talking about it, all the different perceptions and experiences and perspectives and different ways of expressing it. So maybe it can be confusing. If you've heard different speakers as well, you've had a multitude of different speakers speaking. You've had different teachers. But non-duality here is very simple. It's very simple, very extraordinary, but very simple. Very amazing, but very simple. So all that confusion can get dropped, can break into little pieces. And the simplicity can be heard. The simplicity can be experienced. Or you could say simplicity is the experience. This is simplicity. And yet it can appear as complex. It can appear as many different things. It can appear as many different forms. It can appear as twists and turns and hurdles. Very complex, very intricate. If you look at like the brain, it's so complex, all the different neurons and all the different parts of the brain, areas of the brain that are all linked and interwoven and connected, like a motorway, like the highway. It can be very complex, all the branches off here and there, all the twists and the loops and the roundabouts. Highly complex. If you look at a flower, look close up to a flower under a microscope, it's very, very complex. Look at the universe, look into space, again, very complex, beyond our comprehension, beyond our perception. There's only so much our human brain can understand or hold. It's a limitation on our perception, on our comprehension. And you can see that can frustrate our scientists, those that have that kind of mind, that want to understand, that want to pin it into a concept, pin it into, I know what this is, I understand what this is. So although there is this seeming complexity that the mind can't comprehend or understand or get hold of, there's also a simplicity. There's also a freedom, a radical freedom, a radical simplicity. And that can be at the same time as the complexity, this simplicity. But this simplicity, because it is so simple, you can't make steps to it. Because it's so simple, you can't work your way towards it. Because that working your way towards it is a movement out of it. And this can send the human mind crazy, that this is so simple. It doesn't require working out. It doesn't require following a plan or a teaching or a method or a practice. It doesn't involve time, and that can drive the mind crazy, because the mind is a functioning tool. It's a functioning, it has a job to do. It works, it plans, it strategizes, it works things out. It's an amazing functioning. And so if it believes then hearing a message or a teaching is part of its job to figure that out as well, it will be driven crazy. It wants to have practice, it wants to have a method, it wants to have time. That's the way it functions. Maybe that's why teachers of old would, and even teachers now, offer or talk about practice, whether that be meditation or what else is there? Various things that the mind can chew on, that the mind can use as a routine or a practice. Because what's being pointed to, described, isn't something for the mind, isn't something for the intellect. Again, the mind can chew on it, but it isn't something that is intended for the chewing on of the mind. It's something that is beyond that limitation, beyond the activity of movement. And it's something that's the birthright of all things. It's something that is inherent. Like it's inherently this, it's inherently the material of all things. Like it's non-material, but it's the material of all things. So life is waking up. Life is becoming free, is a way that I might describe this. What we call awakening or waking up. That life is becoming free. And what I mean by that is life is inherently free, but what seems to happen, it seems to appear as not free. It seems to appear as a limitation, as constraint. And as that appearance, there is suffering. There is a feeling of being lost or a feeling of uncomfortability. With that feeling of uncomfortability, of being lost, is seeking to end that, to be free of that, to resolve that. And the resolving of that is life waking up. Life waking up to or from that illusion, or waking up to that illusion, to the untruth of that dream of limitation, that dream of being a person. So large waking up from that identification of personhood, of individual. So life is waking up to life. Life is free. Life is whole. Life is abundant. Life is powerful. Life is inherently peaceful. Life is inherently free. This is free. So just put myself live on Skype. So you're welcome to call in and speak about this subject. You're welcome to clarify anything or anything. Okay, so there's no questions coming in, so I'll leave it there. So I'm not here this Sunday for the Zoom, but I'm back next Thursday. I believe. Let me just check. I'm not going to be here one Thursday soon, but I think it's in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 weeks time. So I'm here next Thursday as well. So thank you for joining. Bye.